One, two. You can hear me in the chat. Let me know. Time to get the show going. Time to get the show going. Let me load this up for now, but not play anything. Okay, good. You can hear me in the chat. Let me know. Okay. All right. So I was going to do, was I going to do an invitation tonight? Not right now. Let me play this clip. I'll come back to that. Everybody, here we go. This is DJ Torch Saturday night. We got UMAR on tap. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about the history of Dusty leadership tonight. And of course, we know who the star is. Let's get this show going. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me drag that up. Here we go.
On a rapper gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say.
Wait, let me rewind. Here we go.
And we have two breaking news stories tonight, starting with an update on a rapper gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, Mo 3.
Now, right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people in the hip hop community and rap community, whatever you want to call it tonight, they view Yella Beezy as like a leader. Let's see what leaders do. Let's see what this leader does. We got plenty for you though. Just warming everybody up before we get to the Here we go.
Sullivan is live at the county jail. These are well-known rappers in the Dallas hip hop scene.
Chris, Yella Beezy's top single, It Put It On Me, it peaked at 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now he's in the Dallas County Justice Complex behind me on a capital murder charge, accused of hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper. This all happened back in 2020. And just before...
You know something? I really think that this is more common than we think because a lot of weird things have been happening in the hip hop community as far as, men and women passing away strangely, kind of like some people who hung around Diddy. Let me keep it going though. Here we go.
Before noon in the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges. But now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing Mo 3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo 3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall that week. He once was friends with the man now accused of hiring someone to murder him. The killing has long been suspected to be the result of a rap feud. We reached out to Yella Beezy.
This is a shame.
His legal team tonight and have not heard back. We're waiting to hear back on a bond amount for him as well. We'll bring you updates tomorrow on Daybreak. Yep.
Excellent leadership. Excellent leadership. Ain't done yet. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. Here he is.
Y'all done got mad.
If you don't already know who this guy is, being nice thing guy. But anyway, Indiana Mom in the house. Jackie Gaines in the house. Tyra Willie in the house. Good seeing you and everybody up in the clouds. Here we go.
Around drinking some dumb motherfucking Julio, acting like y'all celebrating the capture of that goddamn nigga. Man, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Y'all done got mad. Nigga, fuck the baby. yeah, fuck the baby. And fuck the city of Fort Worth too. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing or say nothing to me. I swear to God they ain't. Nigga, go yayo or get out of jail and look the other way about me. Nigga, fuck is you talking about, nigga? Yeah, give a fuck about that, baby.
I mean, I don't even have to say anything. This is one of the most popular men in the red pill community. I'll just let him talk. I don't need to roast him. I don't need to toast him. I don't need to use any hot grease or anything. Let's just let him do it for us. Listen to him.
That dead ass nigga. Yeah. Fuck the baby. You shouldn't say that. Fuck the baby. Now who go do something, nigga? I'm back toting gone now. Toting gone and smoking weed. Who go do something about it? I said fuck the baby. I said fuck Lil Ronnie. Now which one?
So where's the argument, fellas? Charleston White. Charleston White. Charleston White out here. You hope he's acting. You hope he is, but he's not.
You nigga go put your life on the line and come die by the baby? Nobody. Did nobody put their life on the line and go look for them niggas that killed the baby, nigga? Fuck is wrong with y'all, nigga? Fuck the city of Fort Worth. Fuck the baby. Fuck Lil Ronnie. And fuck whoever.
Wow, I think I'm going to probably have to put this into the adult section. So, yeah, I'm going to save the rest of that because that's really weird right there. That's really weird. That's really weird to me. What's Cindy have to say about UMAR? We can get right into
Multiple single mothers, but this is what Black women fell for. Because this man sat up here and talked about Black love, all the while ignoring what should be the product of Black love, which is his damn daughter. And you got all these clips out here talking about how important it is for Black fathers to be around. But you're a Black father who chose what you're chosen as to not be there for your daughter.
Yep. No lies told here. Well, let's check this out.
Again, with breaking news, this just in, the FBI says that South LA crime boss Eugene Big U Henley is now in custody. Authorities say he ran a mafia-like organization while masquerading as a music mogul and gang peacemaker. Fox 11's...
See how it's rolling? Do you see how it's rolling? These are the leaders of our community, ladies and gentlemen. These are the leaders of our community, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see the problem now? Does the problem seem to be presenting itself in front of you? Let's play a little bit more.
Christina Gonzalez spoke to a rapper who worked with him. She joins us live with a story you'll see only on Fox 11. And this story breaking as we speak, Christina.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am hearing that Big U and the other person they were looking for, Brian Mejia, both turned themselves in. This is developing as we speak. And as we speak, people are coming up and saying, on the one hand, that he did a lot for the community. And then there are those like this woman who say things are not what they seem. Listen to her.
No, I'm not surprised because I've been fighting this fight for a long time.
Rapper Alicia Choi speaks about federal authorities accusing LA rap music executive and community activist Eugene Big U Henley of leveraging his connections with the Rolling 60s Crips to run a criminal enterprise, even funneling funds from his community nonprofits into his criminal operations.
You cannot do evil when the cameras are off and smile and help kids when the cameras are on.
Choice, who you may have seen in rap videos like this one, says she was a budding artist when she first met him.
I was just a young kid wanting to rap and wanting to live out my dream and working hard. And, he really took advantage of me. I wanted to help bring donations into his nonprofit development options. And with that being said, he just wanted to take over. He wanted to bully me. He wanted to control me. And when I wouldn't allow that, that's when he started jumping on me and beating me, extorting me, threatening people not to work with me. And I was scared for a long time to speak up. I was actually terrified.
And I want to emphasize, these are very serious accusations she is making. And, she says it is her fear, which makes it very difficult to follow up on these things. But she says her fear kept her from going to police. She did not file police reports, but that she did try getting a restraining order at one point. Now, what the feds, and we'll go to his photo again because it's hard to see him as a person that the feds are saying what he did when we are used to seeing him in such a different light. What they're charging him with has nothing to do with what she is accusing him of. The charges do not include anything of what she's saying, but they do say that part of the investigation involves the murder of another young rapper back in Las Vegas. Back in 2021, I talked to police in Vegas, and they told me over the phone that the murder was over. Are you ready for this? A diss that he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U, and that is.
So Big U, who is a community activist or really never was, but pretended to be one. A lot of pretenders in our community. A lot of pretenders, folks. So he's exhibiting the kind of leadership he feels that he should be able to exhibit. And one of those exhibits just happens to be that he has a short temper. Wow, I would have never have guessed. I would have never have guessed that.
To establish a.
Let's go back on this a little bit. This guy's going to break down what's going on with Big U.
The defendant violated Code Section 18 USC. It says offense description, RICO conspiracy, interference with commerce by robbery, transportation of an individual in interstate commerce with the intent that that individual engage in prostitution, bank fraud, and it is signed by the judge, dated March 17, 2025. It's got the table of contents. It's got the affidavit. It has the whole introduction paragraph redacted, which I don't know if I've ever read an indictment on this channel that had everything blacked out. It then lists the people, property, and houses that they won't search. All of these addresses. The next section has items that they are going to seize, including Big U's Mercedes, house on 62nd Street, a house in Arlington, a lot of that stuff. But the indictment really begins right here where it says summary of the investigation. It says in February of 2021, the FBI Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs launched an investigation into Big U's criminal enterprise and its association with the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crip Street Gang, which the Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs began investigating in August of 2020. The Big U enterprise is a mafia-like organization that utilizes Big U's stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in Los Angeles. The Big U enterprise is led by Henley, Big U. Big U is a self-admitted member and original gangster or OG of the Rolling 60s, which is a violent criminal street gang with associated sets in several other states. Big U is widely regarded as the leader within the Rolling 60s. In the 1980s, Big U rose to a prominent position in the Los Angeles drug and Rolling 60s hierarchies. During this time, Big U also earned a reputation as an enforcer for the Rolling 60s. Some members of the Big U enterprise are also members of the Rolling 60s. Henley is able to lead the Big U enterprise because of his standing as the face of the Rolling 60s for decades and his reputation for violence, including murder. At times, the Big U enterprise partners with members and associates of the Rolling 60s and other criminal elements for mutual benefit, but the Big U enterprise is a district and independent criminal enterprise engaged in criminal activity. So they're separating the two. They're saying the Rolling 60s is involved and it is headed by Big U, but also Big U Enterprise is also an independent body separate from the Rolling 60s, and both of these engage in criminal activity. It says members.
Well, I think that this is a good start here. We're going to save it for a crime live stream coming up this next week, but because this is quite lengthy and it's quite interesting and intriguing as well. This is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, basically, think about it. If these are the men that we're reveling in our community, I mean, there's not one guy who's in the manosphere is going to tell you that, oh yeah, you know, this is bad or whatever. This is where they're from. Yep. So this is dusty leadership right here. That's putting it nicely, really. We got gangsters, we got scammers, we got hustlers, we got wife beaters, we got them all. And then when if somebody does anything good, all of a sudden he's goody two shoes. You don't want to mess with him. He's too nice. His record's too clean. You know? That's how y'all thinking, right? His record's too clean. He's too nice. He's a simp. You can't be this way. You can't be this way. You can't be like care about other people. That's what people say. They say all this weird, it's almost like being empathetic is some sort of a, disease or something. This is what we've become. That's why we have the stats we do. Is there, gracism around and stuff? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. But this ain't helping. Why do we exacerbate a problem we have? Okay, you know that, it's already bad out here, right? Blah, blah, per se, right? Because, there's discrimination, all this other stuff. But then you go out here and do things that give these people a reason to continue to think the way they do in a negative way. Rolling 60s, school hustling, the whole bit. So without further ado, let's go check out this documentary by Lennon Honor in reference to Umar Johnson.
My thing is y'all need to, what happened? August the 21st of 2019, this summer, I want to have a grand opening of the FDMG building, Team Pan-African headquarters. I want to have a conference. I want music. I want fashion show. I want seminar. I want yoga class. I want African language. I want a musical concert. Right across the street, we got a big park. We want to rent that out and do a big park, a big celebration with food and festivals and activities for the children with over 100 vendors.
Oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. Is that his freaking school? Man. What the heck am I looking at here?
It is a tour of the inside of the school. You don't get to see as much of it as I would have liked you to, because the lighting is not on in the school. We have to get that turned on. I have to go to
the lighting is not. Oh man. Oh, that bro gave himself away just by saying that. Because the lighting isn't on.
Electric and gas company on Monday.
That place is messed up. Bad, yeah. That's his school. That's his school. That's his school. Now it's 2020, so it's been 5 years. Maybe he done something to it, but that's his school.
Memphis, Tennessee, October 5th. So we got back-to-back Memphis. Back-to-back Memphis. King Kong consciousness. Notorious RBG. Most requested black scholar in the world, not America, not.
You are kidding me. Dr. Umar. Y'all thought that school hustle was the worst. No, it gets worse.
South America, not Asia, not Europe, not Australia. I said the whole damn planet. You're talking to the most requested black scholar on the whole damn planet. 10 years and counting. You can't stop me. Run those donations. Where those donations at? Cash.me/$ school. Run them donations. Cash.me/$ school. It's a movement.
Umar Johnson's War on Black Boys, the shockumentary he doesn't want you to see. This short documentary will illustrate how Umar Johnson's threats of physical violence are consistently directed at Black boys, Black women, and Black men, and that his rhetoric reveals a deep-seated hatred for Black women, Black girls, and so-called Black male thugs. Furthermore, this documentary will illustrate how Umar Johnson has continuously issued threats of physical violence against people who have spoken out against his dangerous and hate-filled rhetoric while encouraging his followers to act violently on his behalf.
We are in the middle of a war. I want all my Dr. Umar supporters, Team Ifa Tunde,
suit up, buckle up, grip up, because I'm done with the dumb shit from the haters.
Umar Abdullah Johnson, aka Jermaine Shoemake, was born on August 21st, 1974 in North Central Philadelphia. Umar Johnson, the self-proclaimed Prince of Pan-Africanism, has a torrid history of threatening people with physical violence. On September 28th, 2017, an article written by David Setendre entitled Advocate for Violence Against Bad Cops to Speak at JCSU was posted on fox46charlotte.com. The article reads in part, a controversial speaker pushing for violent retaliation against police brutality will speak in December at Johnson C. Smith University. Dr. Umar Johnson has advocated for people to shoot and kill law enforcement officers in cases of police brutality.
I choose my words very carefully, as you know, but it's time for one of us, when we get into a fight with one of these police, to take that weapon and blow brains out. And I say that in honor of every black man, woman, and child who have been beaten or murdered by police.
Umar Johnson's 2017 promotion of murdering police officers is comparable to Umar Johnson's 2013 promotion of murdering so-called black boy thugs.
A lot of boys who got the thug energy, anger. Thug energy is normally anger and pain. That's all it is. I know, because I do therapy with them thugs. And once they see I ain't scared of them, then we can have a conversation. And fellas, I want to be clear now. When we go back to take over the community, because we're going to have to do it, gentlemen, you can't expect the cops to fix this because they started it. But I want to be clear. And I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep. Fuck God!
To be clear, when
you heard him. So I needed to play this because so many men have it in for Cynthia G about her comments. And then, but turn around and they praise themselves some Mr. Umar. Some Mr. Umar, that sounds different to them. That's what you call black male hate speech. Let's keep playing a little bit more. This is this is it right in front of your face. Nobody gonna talk, talk smack, go to Umar's channel, talk shit about him. Oh, I see what's up. I see what's up. It was always just a cover. Let me keep playing. Here we go.
Umar Johnson states some of them going to sleep for good. He is stating that these black boy thugs need to be murdered.
But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep. Fuck God! Fuck God! Fuck God!
In 2019, Umar Johnson promoted the murder of 10% of black boys.
I'm saying that to say this. I've never taken a life, God forbid. I hope I never have to. But if we're going to take them streets back, we got to admit something. I'm talking as a psychologist. Some of our young men, we've let them go so far for so long, they're no good to no damn body. There's people walking these streets where we're going to have to put to sleep. In other words, you might have to create violence to end it. It will be a category.
I think, really quite honestly, I don't think he's any better than the men he talks about. In fact, I'd go as far as to say he probably has the same mentality.
Cataclysmic altercation between black men and some of our youth. Most of our youth, we can get them. But there's some of them, they ain't going without a fight. And they're going to have to be put to bed. It's a shame. It ain't their fault. You understand? But you have a population of unreachables. The white man wants us to think they all unreachables. 90% are reachable. 10%, we're going to have a civil war with them. And that's facts. Don't give your guns back. Buy some more. Don't give your guns back. Buy some more. Don't give your guns back. Buy some more.
Umar Johnson encourages Black people to buy more guns in preparation for his Black Civil War against 10% of Black boys. This would mean that Umar Johnson wants to murder 1 out of every 10 Black boys in the United States of America.
How we gonna stop the violence? Nigga, you got to get in their face. 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 You see what I'm saying? So yes, they got to be a collective and we got to go to the streets.
And then he opens up a school for Black boys. Ain't that something?
And I'm all for that. It's the only way to do it.
I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep. For God! For God! For God!
You may be wondering, how is it possible for Umar Johnson to have such a negative orientation towards Black boys? The truth of the matter is that Umar Johnson's general attitude towards Black children is extremely negative. Umar Johnson has referred to Black children as nigglets, which is an extremely demeaning racial slur.
Apples don't fall far from trees. When I see kindergarten students competing over who got the best sneakers, who had more money spent on them for Christmas, you're not born with that.
Wait, didn't he just brag about being the most popular speaker for King Kong consciousness in the world? You see what I'm saying?
You learn it. When I see first graders calling each other ugly, you too black, you too yellow, your hair too nappy, your lips too, right? They weren't born with that. They learn it at home. We are breeding nigglets. That's exactly what we're doing.
While speaking about Black girls that have been raped and molested, Umar Johnson said the following.
Girls who are molested go on to develop thottish personality disorder. Thottish personality disorder. This is my disorder.
Can you believe this? I mean, this is disgusting. He's a disgusting dude, folks. I don't mean, I'm not name calling. I'm not mad at him per se, but what he says to me, if I heard that come out of somebody I didn't know, I would call them disgusting. So I can only call him disgusting for saying these things.
I made it up. Thought. We all know what a thought is. That hoe over there.
Umar Johnson, a self-proclaimed school psychologist, clinician, school principal, and family therapist, has such disdain for Black girls that have been raped and molested that he defines them as hoes. A hoe is a sexually promiscuous female, a prostitute, a whore.
And they start over-sexing to deal with the trauma. They start over-sexing. They'll start having a lot of sex, trying to drown out the trauma of the rape and the molestation, and they develop thottish personality disorder. That's when she's quick to have sex.
Does this sound like a man who's trying to help somebody in the community? The issue that he's leaving out is who is abusing these women. Because if you can fix that problem, you can fix his so-called thottish BS. This dude is, let me set up.
She's quick to have sex. She get trains ran on her, multiple orgies, multiple head jobs, multiple orgies, multiple head jobs, multiple orgies, multiple head jobs, thottish personality behavior. A lot of Black girls and Black women suffer from thottish personality disorder.
You want to hear something really weird? He's talking all this shit about Black women, but doesn't realize that Black men are 3 times as thottish than Black women are. So what does that mean? Well, if he's calling Black women thoughts, then are Black men super thoughts? No, y'all didn't think about that, huh? Fellas, that's an uncomfortable thought pattern, huh? Look it up. Look who's out there having the most sex. Men that looks just like Dr. Umar. In fact, including Dr. Umar, as you will find out soon.
Umar Johnson had this to say about black women who have been date raped.
And black women, this is why I tell black, don't play around with sex on the date if you're not giving none up. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
That's creepy and scary. He literally, and it's weird because as a doctor, you'd think he would catch that. You think he would catch himself literally telling on himself. I think it's just a matter of years, something's going to come out. Some Diddy type shit's going to come out. Because he's thinking just like the perpetrators who do what he's saying right here.
I've heard about too many rapes that took place because you want to play. You want to entice the man with sex. You want to arouse him, but you don't plan on having sex. Don't play with a man sexually. And you don't even know him. You don't even know this man. You enticing him, touching his genitalia, allowing him to touch your genitalia, kissing you on the neck, getting undressed. If you know you're not having sex, why y'all in the bedroom?
Holy shit. This is how he thinks, folks. This is how he thinks. I mean, he's no regular guy. He's a renowned so-called leader. Now you know why we are here in this situation right now. You shouldn't even know who this guy is. And the funny thing, you same guys who got caught into listening to this fool right here are out there talking smack, calling men who are loyal to their women simps. You're following somebody like this. You're following somebody like this. You got to be out of your mofo mind. You saw, you know him, you see him. Welcome, Angela. You see him. How does everybody say, I'm not a buster, I'm not a buster, I'm not a simp, I'm not a simp, but you simp for this dude? Sierra got her boy simping for her. But you listen to this dude. You got to be out of your mind. You got to be out of your mofo mind listening to a hustler like this. Then that's not the bad part. The part is you turn around and you call real guys with real role model leadership skills simps.
Don't play. Our daughters love being alone with men they don't know with their hot asses. Our daughters love being alone with men they don't know after the frat party with their hot asses.
While speaking about the abandoned buildings that he hopes to turn into a school for black boys, Umar Johnson made the following inappropriate comments.
Oh, we're going to have to wash them clothes because some of them are going to come in with the same dirty drawers on. Oh, we're going to have to wash them clothes because some of them are going to come in with the same dirty drawers on. Oh, we're going to have to wash them clothes because some of them are going to come in.
The weird thing is this. That place is derelict. The next thing they do with most buildings in that condition is finish the job. they tear them all the way down and they put something else on there. I've seen buildings in better condition get the wrecking ball. That's crazy. And y'all fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Welcome, Miss Alto.
With the same dirty draws on.
While speaking about disciplining the black boys that will be enrolled at his non-functioning school, UMAR Johnson said the following.
I like that. His non-functioning school.
The FDMG, there won't be no out of school suspension.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is from 5 years ago. And that school still ain't up.
Why would I send a black boy being raised by a single mother back home to a single mother? If she could do something about it, it would have been done. It's my job as a black man to deal with him. And because we are an independent school, I don't have to follow the rules of Detroit Public. See, I'm going to let your son know from the gate. You see all the brothers in here? You get out of line, my brother. You're going to come in here one time saying you was clapping off at the mouth. We got a black room in the back. You understand? See, we ain't going to have no discipline problems. If we will pound your damn chest in, little boy. If we will pound your damn chest in, little boy. If we will pound your damn chest in, little boy.
Brothers and sisters,
Okay,
this is how.
Told you, you know, what do thugs do? They beat up people, they rob, steal, whatever. And he's doing really the same thing. In fact, he's actually promoting it. He's promoting it. He's, you know, he wants to beat, what he's saying is that if you take your child to his school, there's a probability that child is going to get assaulted. That's what he's saying.
I will teach to your children at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. This is how I will teach your sons at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. And if you have a problem with the way I talk, and if you have a problem with the way that I teach, and if you have a problem with the way that I preach, if you have a problem with my vernacular, if you have a problem with my oratory, if you have a problem with my black pride and my black consciousness and my black divinity, if there is anything about Umar Ifa Tunde, a.k.a. Jermaine Shoemake, a.k.a. the Prince of Pan-Africanism, if there's anything about me that is unsettling to you, keep your children in that white-ass public school. Keep your children in that white-ass Catholic school. Keep your children in that fake-ass Black Hotep school. Keep them where you want to keep them. But if they come in the FDMG, damn it, they gonna get a Marcus Garvey spanking. We will pound your damn.
So he didn't say anything about getting a Marcus Garvey education. He said he was going to get you, your kids, a Marcus Garvey spanking. Yeah.
Just it, little boy.
Umar Johnson's hatred towards police officers, towards black boy thugs, towards black girls who have been raped and molested, towards black women who have been date raped, and towards the black boys that he once enrolled at his non-functioning school is reflected in his views about black parents.
If you're raising black,
you know what's weird is who's left. He pretty much hates anything black. Anything. Black men, black women, black boys, black girls. That's weird.
Black children, you cannot afford to be lazy, but a lot of us are. And I'm just going to be real honest here tonight. A lot of us are very trifling and a lot of us are very lazy. Neither adult in their life
coming from him. That is so funny coming from him with what we know now.
This is shit. Excuse my French. That's the worst combination you can have. And a lot of our children have that combination. They have a lazy parent at home and they got a lazy teacher in school. 85% of the kids out.
Oh, golly gee willikers, sir. Have you seen your history as far as relationships? Not looking that good, bro.
Tests have nothing wrong with them. Nothing. They lazy as hell and the parents are too. Even when I was principal, I had to fight black parents. I want my son tested, Dr. Johnson. For what? Learning disability. Your son is in the 3rd grade. What do you mean? I think he got a learning problem. Well, the boy only been in my school for 1 year. In the school he came from, nobody learned. They ain't made AYP since AYP started. So why?
He just told on himself. It appears to me that he wasn't a very good, I'm not saying he wasn't a good teacher, but with his conversation that he's having right now with these parents, he doesn't look like or sound like somebody who was an effective educator.
Why don't you give me a chance to work with your son? I want him tested. I'm not testing him because there ain't nothing wrong with him. His problem is your trifling ass. Get out my office. I don't want the kids coming back home to you because you part of the problem. You got Willie Lynch all in your system. White Jesus on the wall, teaching your kids to be more.
Wow, he went there. He went there, y'all. Let me drop the link just in case somebody want to come up. Because I have a feeling we're going to have to do a part 2 and a part 3 of this, because there's a lot to unpack here. Here we go.
Multicultural, daughter looking like Beyonce, a head full of blonde ass weave. What the hell I want her coming back home to you for? She stayed with me and the boys stay with me. But the problem is you can't.
By the way, weaves and wigs were invented in Africa. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Welcome to the stage, Deontay. How's everything?
Hey DJ, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, feeling good. Just getting irritated by UMAR. I mean, I took it upon myself not to watch this video, before I watched it tonight because I wanted to just like see what was up. The documentary, it's called a shockumentary, but it's pretty deep. I knew this man was bad, but with what we know now, and then listening to what he said back then, it makes him even look worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Umar is he's a joke, he's a scammer. And it's crazy because I never thought I'd be saying that. We was talking about this last night, I believe, but in this particular video, the one where he had that orange shirt on, he had mentioned in the beginning how the black people were trifling because they weren't donating enough to the school. And it's like he gets upset with his donors, the ones that are repeat donors. He gets upset with them because they don't donate enough of the amount that he really wants. Like he have people who will donate $10 a week out of their paycheck for years. To me, that's great. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculously great. You got somebody that consistent for years,
Right.
but he wants them to up it to. He said, "You donate $10 a week, make it $20 a week. If you're doing 20, make it." It's like, dude, what are they getting in return? If they ask you a simple question, he went off on a live one day with a donor who he knew. He knew this donor. Come see him at different events all the time. And the guy just said, "We've been waiting for 2 years now, Umar. We just want to know what's coming." And he went off on this dude. Talking about, "I don't care how much you donate. You could never ask me." I'm like, man, this is why the men don't take you serious.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, basically it's a shame because he is well educated, but that hustle gene, it powers over everything and it nullifies everything.
Which you do not have. And many of our children learn to be undisciplined by their undisciplined parents.
For every black mother in here, don't you ever, black sister, ever, in the rest of your life, go to your son's school with your damn pajamas on. What kind of hoodwhack, ghetto? You don't go to no school with no damn SpongeBob on.
Umar Johnson's hatred toward single mothers is expressed in many ways. On several occasions, he has threatened to rip their fingernails out.
And he got the IEP this year in first grade. Can I pull your fingernails out for signing permission to get my little brother tested, Sister Chrissy? Can I pull your fingernails out?
Umar Johnson has consistently referred to black women as hoes, hood rats, maggots, etc.
You better be.
Now, here's the weird part about that. Who makes the single mothers? Singles mothers don't be single by themselves.
No,
You know?
Umar is a single mother maker. Like this is the craziest part. I mean, even with all the school scamming and donating and never opening the school, I can almost deal with that to a certain level. But the fact that this man has 2 children with 2 different women out of wedlock, both of the women wanted to marry him and he did not want to marry them. It is mind-boggling. It's like he literally is the definition of do as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yes.
And then he's trying to justify it. He's trying to call the mothers crazy, and like I'm like, dude, you sound like the pookie dude you talk about. Like you are that. Like you in custody battles, child support court. Like your kids don't even know each other. That's what brought the 22-year-old girl out 2 weeks ago. She don't even know her 13-year-old sister. Like, and they live in the same city. I don't understand this dude. He up here talking about he up here talking about I need more kids. I need some boys. Like, man, get your family together, man.
Man, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's almost upsetting. It really is. I mean, the thing is that it's one thing if like he didn't know about his younger child or he was elsewhere, but he knew, and she's right down the street. The only thing I know I've seen worse than this is T.O.'s father, who lived literally right across the road from, from him, and he didn't know that was his father. Wow.
Be bringing more to the table than a pretty face and some hot cookies. Okay? I'm very serious about my life. I'm very serious about my work. I'm very serious about my mission. It's
obviously not serious enough to not to wear rubber, I guess. He wasn't that serious.
Exactly.
I am
up here
black.
Oh, it's my bad. He's up here blaming the women for getting pregnant and staying pregnant, but he doesn't take accountability for the fact that you didn't wrap it up, you didn't pull. I mean, and remember, Umar is 50 years old. So 22 years ago, he was somewhere between the age of 28 and 30. He was a grown man. It wasn't like he was a teenager that was just having fun and not understanding life yet. Boy, you was 28 years old. You was a grown man. You knew what you was doing. You know where sex can lead to, especially without protection. So he can't sit up here and say, "Oh, I was just got lost in the sauce one night." No, you supposed to be too smart for that. You King Kong, you the Prince of Pan African, and you know what I'm saying. You supposed to know all of this shit. Yeah, you know what you're supposed to wrap up, pull out whatever you're supposed to do. I don't get that. Like, how do you get a woman? She obviously looked good enough for you to have sex with. So you having sex with this woman raw, get her preggo, then after she gets pregnant, all of a sudden you got to be like, wait a minute, okay, we can keep the baby, but I don't know if I would want to marry somebody like you. I'm like, you nigga, you a fucking dead. I'm sorry, that's the most deadbeat shit ever. Yeah, it's like that. I mean, it just kills me, man, because he preaches so hard against men like this, and then look at what he's doing.
Exactly.
Black boys. I have no time for conscious thoughts. I have no time for conscious hood rats.
A hood rat has nothing to do with how much education you have. A hood rat has nothing to do with what kind of car you drive. A hood rat has nothing to do with what type of social status her parents come from. A hood rat has nothing to do with how much money she makes. You could be $1 million hood rat. You could be a $50,000 a year hood rat. You could be a hood rat that's an engineer. You could be a hood rat that's a medical doctor. You could be a hood rat that own your own business. A hood rat has nothing to do with social economic status for Dr. Umar Johnson.
Priscilla, Hotep hood rat, and you got a weave in your damn head. Oh, Lord have mercy. And she got a weave in her head. You done came to the wrong place, baby. I just blocked Kiki a second time. I blocked her, and she came back. She's a Hotep hood rat of the Hebrew tradition. I blocked Kiki twice. Let's see if Kiki come back again.
You know,
I'm going to ask
for somebody who's supposed to be the the adult in the room. He doesn't sound like he has those types of capabilities. I mean, is this how he got famous? I don't know. I knew of him, but I didn't follow him close enough to hear this kind of crap. If this is what he was about for the last 10 years, we got problems. We got decision problems to make. Jeez.
You know,
my
Umar
Hebrew
got
brothers
famous
to get a hold of.
because the Tariq Nasheed, he came out with those documentaries called what were they called? I forgot what they were called. The Color. Anyway, he came out with these 3 documentaries. He actually did 5 of them, but Umar was on 3 of them. And Umar, they were like nationally, international, all over the place in Black America, Black communities. I mean, and Umar was very well spoken, very well studied. I mean, you can't lie about that. The man got his history down. He understands the government, politics. He understands history. Umar is a very smart person. He actually, I think, will be a great teacher. And he is a really good speaker, too. Like, it's a lot of stuff about Umar that's actually really good, obviously, or he wouldn't have got to this level. Trust me, he wouldn't be bothering me as much as he does right now if he was just another dumbass Negro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but because he's all of that with this, it just doesn't make any sense. But no, Umar's problem is that he got famous, and he got famous during social media time. And along with that came a bunch of clout, a bunch of people kissing his ass, women. The women was Umar's downfall. When the women start coming after him, he couldn't handle it, and he forgets who's listening to him. So he goes live all the time, and he talks to his fans, and he forgets that there are other people who are not following him for comedy and for side talk and for romance. They following him because they want to know his work. They want to be educated by him. They want to help him build the school and these institutions. And he throws people off. It started slowly with me he in the hotel room with his shirt off. I'm like, what are you doing shirtless going live for? Laying in the bed. He up here talking about all the panties, just waiting for him every city he go to in the world. Like he up here arguing with people, talking about I'll take your wife from you. I'm King Kong Carthage. I'm like, dude, you're not even focused no more. You know what I'm saying? Like on what
Yeah.
you doing. And then the conscious stripper happened in 2015. He met a woman that was a stripper, and he still dated her, played with her. She exposed him, text messages, it was gross. And she called herself the conscious stripper. And ever since then, he just been having all kind of issues, and that's where his downfall was. But he became famous because he was strictly just known for being a very smart, very sharp, articulate academic, and we haven't had anybody like that that was accepted by the young black kids. It wasn't just the adults; it was the teenage kids was listening to him. The hip hop culture was into Dr. Umar, and that's what really blew him up.
Mm.
For your hood rat.
I am now a role model for black boys. I have no time for conscious thoughts. I have no time for conscious hood rats.
Umar Johnson's hatred towards black boys, black girls, and black women is also projected towards his donors.
I called PayPal before I started using PayPal for the school fundraising. And I didn't want to use PayPal, but lazy Negroes kept talking about why I just can't make an online donation. Take your lazy ass to the post office and get a stamp.
So far, we raised $250,000. I'm gracious, but I'm not content because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need. And after 6
Let me stop something. There's no way to build a state-of-the-art school in a dilapidated building that's probably about 50 to 60 years old.
months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people. I'm gonna call it like I say it. And I don't care if you get offended. We can handle that outside. I'm getting sick and tired of getting texts on my cell phone for black folk talking about I've donated like they done. You gave me $25 damn and you think you free now. We got to raise $2 million. Your ass ain't done. I better get some more and some more and some more and some more until we hit the goal, brothers and sisters. That's the way we're going to have to do this. Trifling ass black people. I'm going to call it like I say it.
Yeah, you know what's funny about it is like we can make a strong argument that's who he is. I mean, quite honestly.
Get offended. We can handle that outside.
Yeah, and that's
Umar Johnson's promotion of physical violence against police officers.
Welcome, why seeking knowledge.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, no, I'm sorry about that, DJ. No, I was just saying, hold on, my doggy. Get back, Smoke Dog. But man, it's you see how he's talking to his donors. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and you know what's crazy about this whole thing is that even if he bought the school in 2019 and he got it for dirt cheap. And what's crazy is that even if he does get this school open, which I don't think he's ever gonna get it open, because there's so much stuff that comes with it. And he's doing this by himself, which is stupid. He needs to have a team with him. And he needs to have somebody with experience with this helping him do this. But he's not gonna be able to afford it. He's not gonna be able to keep the school running, keep the overhead going, pay the teachers off of donations.
You're
And he's
right.
gonna charge tuition, but the tuition not gonna be. He said he only gonna be able to have 2 classes his first year, third and fourth grade. Let's say he maxed out 30 kids in each class, so you got 60 kids in the school. You gonna need at least. So you're gonna need somewhere between 800,000 to 1.2 million. And I'm just guessing to keep the school running for a year, right? Like
that's close.
Dude,
that's close. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, how much money are you gonna charge these kids to come here? Not to mention, most of the kids that you got who can afford your school's tuition don't live in Delaware, so they're gonna have to move up there. I mean, now it is a lot of well-to-do black people in this country who could do it, but are they willing to do all of that just to send their kid there for third and fourth grade? And then with all the scandals you got going on, they trust you with the kids. Like it's just too much, man. And I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Eventually, he gonna end up having relations with one of these kids' mothers, and it's gonna become a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't help himself. Like he just this is really embarrassing for him. But I lightweight feel embarrassed that I ever even, you know what I'm saying, like prop this dude up before.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah, I gotta, I definitely gotta go on. I was wrong about Umar Tour, whatever. Even though it's been a while, he's a no for me. That's for sure. Why Seek Knowledge says we all wanted to believe in Dr. Umar, but he has proven himself in a reasonable amount of time and not been the character he presents himself to that we wholeheartedly trusted in. Bars.
Yeah, that's perfectly said too. Why seeking knowledge? That's perfect because that's exactly how I feel. I got family members. We talk about Umar all the time, and that's what it is. It's like, man, um, anybody who's ever donated to him, anybody who's ever listened, like, and he got some. Man, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's just a crazy thing right here, DJ. The craziest thing. Umar has a video that he did years ago called the 11 Rules of White Supremacy, right? And I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. That video probably 5 years old, and it is still a great video because how the way he broke it down was so good. And the first rule, he said the first rule is that all. Well, I ain't gonna get into it, but it's just that it was so good and it made sense. And I'm like, damn, Umar, that was good. So he hits you with a lot of great stuff, but it's like he can't. It's almost like Elijah Muhammad, right? He started the Nation of Islam. He blew it up. He got Malcolm, and Malcolm 1,000 times it, and everybody treated Elijah like he was just untouchable. And then you found out he had all these 18, 19-year-old girls pregnant and was hiding them from everybody. Like, and you like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not comparing him to Elijah Muhammad like that, because Elijah, even though he did do that terrible thing, he still started something, which I personally believe that the Nation of Islam is the most, um, it's the most organized, powerful, all black structure that we have in the country. I'm not a Nation of Islam or I'm not Muslim or anything, but I respect what they do because they're doing it all on their own.
Right.
Like, but Umar is just a joke, man. I mean, I've never like you ever seen a genius joke before? That's what you're looking at. He just yeah. It's like he's the type of guy that he'll make a perfect souffle that'll win a world championship, and then he'll go home and put a bowl of ice cream in the microwave for 10 minutes to try to eat. Like he weird.
Straight up.
Officers, against black boy thugs, and against his donors is indicative of his tendency to make physical threats against those he disagrees with or those who criticize his violent rhetoric and his scamming of the black community. Here are some examples.
I'ma deal with Papa Smurf. I'ma deal with that little dirty nigga. I heard you, albino. I'ma handle your ass tonight, pussy. You ain't getting away with that shit. You should have never came for me, nigga. I never fuck with your little dirty broke ass anyway. Look at my face when you talking to me. This ain't no WWF, nigga. Who the fuck is you, the conscious Hulk Hogan? You the conscious Hulk Hogan? Papa Smurf? Motherfucker, you look like Tattoo from Fantasy Island with your stupid ass. Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech. You see that date, August 21st, bitch? That's when I was born. 821, nigga, bring it. Bring it, motherfucker. Little dirty midget. I'm right here, nigga, come bring it. I'm right here, nigga, come bring it. I'm right here, nigga, come bring it. You said I got a little belly, right, nigga?
This is a problem here, and I'll tell you why. If you're supposed to be using your intelligence to communicate with people and change their minds. He does not sound like the type of person who's trying to do that. So I guess the Pookie or the gangster in him just won over the intelligent side of his brain, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Guess
Umar's
what?
crazy, man.
I'm comfortable in my motherfucking skin. I love who the fuck I am, nigga. Ain't no.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember that video. And see, this is the thing. You have to remember when you put stuff on the internet, it's out there forever. So whenever somebody wants to bring up him going off the rails and acting ignorant like a ignorant nigga, they can just pull this video up. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever they want to. And he can't do anything but say, oh, that was older. I went off the rails. It's like every time somebody asks him a question about when he talk about the women that's 5'5", thick in the thighs and the cookies and all that stuff, he keeps saying, well, joke, joke. Listen, you can't keep answering every question with, I was just joking or I
Right.
just went off the rails because a pattern is now set up here and you keep doing it. And now we know you're going to do it again. Like, look at what he did with his daughter when she came out. He didn't know what to do. So he just attacked her.
Yep.
First he attacked her. Then the next day he apologized, called her princess. Then he attacked her again. And then he put all of his info out there that nobody asked for, talking about his baby moms and stuff. Like it was, that the dude just got issues, man. And he's
Yeah.
exposing himself on the daily now. The last 2 weeks have been real bad.
No problems over here with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm straight. Why the fuck you looking at my chest for, you pro-homo nigga? What you looking at my chest for? What you looking at my stomach for, nigga? You think I waste any time looking at your nut ass? I got a gut. That's all right. I can handle mines though, homie. You can believe that. That's right. Your ass lifting weights because it makes you feel equal. Because you insecure. So you got to be all big and muscle bound. So you
So just because some guy, who wants to be fit and called him out for called King Kong consciousness out for not being in the best shape, he gets all mad. It's like, bro, sorry, but he should be endorsing fitness, not making it sound like the way he is supposed to be the way he is supposed to be. That's the funny part. He's literally saying things that is the opposite of micro tendencies we should want in the community. We should want people to be fit. We should want people to live long lives. We should want people to eat, fresh food from the earth and all that. But right now, he just sounds like a ghetto thug you can find anywhere else on 73rd Avenue in Oakland or East 14th Street. Sounds just like that. And don't get me wrong, there's some intelligent black men there too, but he wouldn't be seen as one of them right now. He'd just be seen as a fast talking loser.
Yeah.
Feel equal.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
He contradicts himself a lot.
Yeah.
As well. I mean, obviously he's listening to this, but like he'll do things like the biggest contradiction. Like he's from Philly, and he'll go on his live and he'll see people talking or wearing stuff in their pictures. He'll say, "Y'all stop buying all this Nike and all this NFL apparel and NBA jerseys and stuff, right?" And then the next day he'll be on with a Philadelphia Eagles hat or
Right,
or a
exactly.
Philadelphia 76ers, jacket. Like he just, it's like, well, one day he'll come on and say, "Y'all addicted to the NBA. I'm boycotting the NBA." And then a week later, he like, "Man, who gonna win in the playoffs?" It's like, dude, you can't. But it's the same way with his. He fantasizes and dreams out loud a lot on live, which he said he should stop doing, but he can't help. It's like with the school. He talking about all the stuff the school gonna be. The school is gonna be a mecca, and they're gonna have a gun club, and they're gonna have a farm, and they're gonna have all of this. And then then he gonna have a TV show and all. I'm like, all this junk. It's like, dude, nobody believes anything you saying no more. Because the first thing you said you was gonna do, you still ain't did yet. You
Right.
walking around an abandoned school every day, looking like a weirdo for real.
Exactly.
You can lift all the weights in the world and you'll never be 6'3", nigga. You can talk about my gut all day, but I'm sexy with mine. I'm fine. I'm cool in my skin. Don't you ever speak my name in vain. I'm talking to you, SETI. Friday night, what you gonna do? I'm calling you out. A debate on black leadership. Ain't gonna be no sucker shit. It's gonna be children and mothers in there, and we gonna keep the shit gangster. You got some personal shit with me, we can handle that shit out back.
We can handle that outside.
Wait a minute. Did he say that we have some children and some women and we're going to handle it gangster? How's that? Maybe I misunderstand what he's trying to say, but it sounds like he wants to be thuggish in front of women and children.
Yeah, I believe that was SETI. This guy named Shah SETI. I forget his name now. He was like a big in the online conscious community, and him and Umar had got into it, and they were supposed to be at the same venue. That's what he meant by Friday night. And it was going to be women and children there, of course. So he was saying if they have anything that they want to do, like fight-wise, they would go outside. It's well, I'm gonna tell you just real quick, DJ. When Umar first came up into the conscious community, there was a huge conscious community that was online that they were doing was arguing about. I mean, it was more than that, but basically they were arguing about who was right: the Egyptians, the Native Americans, black people. You know, like just going back and forth with their history, the Israelites, all that stuff, like, and it had become entertainment, you know, to a lot of people. And when Umar came up, he kind of rose above all of that fray and started going after what we need to do right now as a people. He said, well, like, we don't need to be studying and going back and forth over Egyptian history. We know that already. We need to know how we're going to save ourselves now. And that, because, you know, it's practical, right? And it caught a lot of people's attention, and it started to take away attention from those guys that were pushing that historical stuff. And that's why they got mad at it. So, but he responded like this to a lot of them, and it was kind of like a little internal, cute little conscious war that happened, civil war, if you will, on the internet. And Umar did come out at the end as the top guy, when, you know, because he was getting invited everywhere. Even white colleges like Wisconsin and stuff was not the actual school, but like, you know, black groups at the university were paying him to come to campus and speak. He was all over the world actually, you know. But like I said, all of that just went to his head, and he just turned into what he is now.
I know the conscious community got y'all lazy. Or they running around this intellectually masturbating old ass information. Like Papa Smurf. That Papa Smurf shit.
Wait a minute. He uses old ass information too. I'm kind of a little confused because Cynthia G kind of went in on him on that. Because he goes back to the 60s. So I don't know. He's picking himself apart, in my opinion.
Ain't gonna get us nowhere. That Papa Smurf shit ain't gonna get us nowhere. You feel me? Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. Hold on. Yeah. Nah, I got this. I answered the call, nigga. The other day, Sabir Bey, I'm telling you to your face. It's personal now, bro. You came to the Culture Connection when I was in Chicago. Told people I didn't speak to your little midget ass. First of all, you ain't but 3 feet tall. How the hell I'ma see you? Bitch ass. You's a hater. But when weak ass dudes like Tariq Nasheed and Boyce Watkins speak my name in a negative vein, I got the air cats out. That's all this is about. You know you deserve this shit, Macadocious. Calling that man crispy. If you want to say something about the brother, say something about the brother. You don't pick fun at his skin tone. Every time you look in the mirror, you see a cracker, nigga. So you got to go extra hard because you're trying to prove to yourself that you're a black man. I ain't got that problem. You poking fun at all black women who are richly melanated, and you poking fun at all black men who are richly melanated. I'm melanated, bitch. When I look in the mirror, I see a black man. When you look in the mirror, you see a cracker, nigga. You don't pick fun at his skin tone. I'ma deal with that little dirty nigga. I heard you, albino.
Give Pharaoh a lot. He
Wow, this is a trip. Uh-oh, wait, do I have this on my screen? Hold on one second. Why am I so big and I can't see the others? Wait, hold on one second. Where's my screen? Okay, wait. Let me change something around here. There we go. That's what I wanted. Here we go.
I ain't speaking on it.
Oh, okay.
I ain't speaking on it. This little dirty ass from getting the words. Stuff I
Man, I was wondering what was going on. I said, where's the screen at? Henry Mars. Henry Mars is in the house. Good seeing you. Jackie Gaines is in the mix, making sure everything go. Here we go.
I know about Boyce Watkins. I'm not gonna put that out there right now because I'm hoping y'all keep my name out your mouth and we go our separate ways, bro. But that boxing match, oh, we can do that. In fact, where's Sinetta at? Since y'all call Sinetta the Don King, tell Sinetta to call that bitch up and see if he can get his ass in the ring for 10 rounds. But if you want to talk
I
that
don't know.
gangster shit,
I have a problem with that. I'm not doubting his intelligence, but if you would think that if you're as highly educated, you would have a more eloquent way of putting things instead of using, potty mouth all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes a cuss word, flavors up stuff here and there, but it at least what it looks like to me, he doesn't use his intelligence if that's the level of intelligence he has. It sounds like he's using more aggression to try to get a point across instead of using an intellectual way of allowing people to understanding his point of view, whether they agree with it or not.
No, I agree with you.
Go to the streets with it. Okay.
I'm sorry about that. These videos are a little bit older, and he's more conscious now because he saw the pushback he was getting from his own supporters. They didn't like when he was getting down and dirty with these dudes because they felt like he was above them. But you could tell he personally enjoyed this kind of stuff, though. He was getting a lot of attention for it, but now time has passed up, and he got to the point to where he was getting invited on like little reality shows, and he was on CNN with Roland Martin a few times. He was on a bunch of nationally syndicated radio shows. Some celebrities had done podcasts with him. So he had obviously got to a way higher level than any of these internet conscious people did. So this video right here is before all of that happened. Now he know he don't need to do that kind of stuff no more. Like, but now what he's doing is not the same thing, but it's just as bad because now he's doing all this weird pandering to to women, and the way he's doing it is like I don't know how those girls don't see how freaky that stuff is. Like, and I don't mean freaky like sexually free. I mean freaky like weird. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this guy, he puts the church and the pastor down a lot. Which I ain't gonna lie to you, there are some churches and pastors who play that whole, give me the money and all this stuff, and they take advantage of all the single women in their church. That does happen, but he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Just from a conscience level. So I don't know.
Let's fast forward for a second to the situation with his daughter real quick.
I'm not trying to get clout. A lot of people hit me up for interviews. Y'all gonna have to come out the fucking pockets because I'm not doing shit for free. 3,500 to 10K is my range. Y'all pay Dr. Umar thousands of dollars to get the fuck on there talk. Y'all gonna pay me the same shit. Fuck. I'm not trying to get clout. I just said 5K on.
Well, first of all, if she was trying to, I don't know why she would say that, because if she was trying to get clout, that's fine. I mean, the thing is this, at least in history, with amongst different races of people, the parents expect you, they are proud if you use them for clout chasing. Like, yeah, my father is this or my mother is this. You see what I'm saying? That's what a father and mother is supposed to naturally give to their children, is a reputation that they can take with them to be successful themselves. And you could tell how far gone Umar is, to the point where he doesn't even think of this young lady as his daughter, and he knows that's his daughter. That's the crazy part. To the point where he calls her a cloud chaser, when it's something you're supposed to give to your children. You're supposed to give them clout. It's beyond me. It really is. Let me play this one now. Where's it at? Oh, that one goes for 4 hours.
Y'all, this is what my dad responded to me. Good evening, Princess. Although I am very disappointed in your online behavior, I want to have lunch with you and your mother next Thursday or Friday. Please have her text me the day, time, and location for our meeting. You deserve to hear all of the truth from us together. We have much to discuss. I look forward to building the relationship with you that she never allowed us to have. With love, your father. So you decide to reach out to me because I outed you. You had all this.
What do you think about what she just said?
She's right. That's terrible. He had 22 years to do that, but he waits until until she goes online and talks about him. Now all of a sudden he want to reach out and meet and get to know her, which also means if she would have never did that, he would have never he would still be going about his life without thinking about her.
Yep. Angela Reddick says Umar is a walking, talking red flag. I hope this will discredit him and people stop funding his fake projects. Thank you. That money should be kept in their own pockets to help, build their own homes or whatever. Or really, to me, I think the best education for our community is going to eventually be computers. Just get, if there's a home school you can do at home, do that on the computer. I hope something like that happens, because conventional schooling is messy. It can get messy. But I'll tell you one thing, it's a lot better than going to his school.
Yeah.
This time, you had all these chances to reach out to your.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, I was just saying conventional schooling now, it's more, children look at it more of like a socializing uh, event than a schooling event, and parents look at it more of like a daycare than a schooling event. So
That is true. That is
and
true.
teachers feel the same way too. They feel like I'm really just here babysitting these kids because, especially in the inner cities and the urban schools. So yeah, I think one-on-one is the best way, at home if you can do it.
Exactly. I mean, you don't have to go at the same pace as everybody else as long as you get there. That's the goal. Why Seeker Knowledge says she has his energy. I don't care what none of you say, all that pro-black stuff he talks, it's being revealed that he is not on not the esteemed one. That's true.
Daughter, but because I outed you on social media, now you want to sit down for lunch? You're a fraud. You're a hypocrite. You are everything that you say that you aren't. And you got on live responding to me, talking about some struggle stream, talking about some, oh, I'm known in North Philly. If y'all needed to find me, y'all could have found me. Why the what do I have to find you for, sir? When you're my dad. Right? Like, Now you want to have a talk because I outed you. Hold black men accountable. Hold them accountable.
she went in on him. I like she finished that off perfectly. Now let's see DB. Let's see what Dr. Boyce Watkins. This is Dr. Boyce Watkins right here, I think. Let's see what he has to say. Wait, no. My bad. I think this is Lennon right here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
All right, welcome everyone. Today is March 12th, 2025. This is the first live stream for the day. We're going to come back later on this evening and do a longer live stream, but this one is probably going to go for about maybe an hour and a half, maybe a little bit less than that. There are some new developments. UMAR posted a couple of hours ago on his Instagram page a response to the domestic abuse or domestic violence accusations made by his daughter. What I like to do during this particular live stream is to play a couple of clips of UMAR's daughter, who's 22 years old now, speaking about or alleging these domestic abuse, domestic violence instances. And then I want to actually pull up the response. And UMAR's response, as of right now, it's only in text form. We will see whether or not he speaks about this publicly in video format. This Umar Johnson saga has taken a very dark turn. I'm not surprised, however. The other thing I want to do during this live stream is I want to bring up some examples of Umar Johnson and his emotional volatility, his aggression, not just towards women, but also towards men. Okay, there's also a poll question here as well. How's it going, X Reaper? Thanks for tuning on in. The poll question is, do you believe that Umar Johnson committed domestic violence against his first baby mama? Remember that the first baby mama ultimately received custody and that Umar was given supervised visitations. See, that's the thing that Umar is leaving out in this equation. And the question becomes, well, why did Umar receive supervised visitation? Matter of fact, it reminds me to pull something else up in just a moment after we get a
Yeah, he brings up a good point. Supervised visitation means that something has gone on to the point where they cannot trust this man alone in front of, his family. So that's a really interesting thing he brought to light.
A little bit further into this. So keep that in mind. Okay, that Umar, he was put on supervised visitation for his first baby mama and supervised visitation for his third baby mama. And yes, Umar has 3 baby mamas, not 2. I've already proven.
Wow. Okay. 3, that one more, Deontay, that makes him just straight up Pookie to me.
Well, I mean, that's really nice of you, DJ, because I 2 was enough for me. But I know what you mean, 3 times. But it's just that the thing with Lennon is that when I first saw Lennon years ago on YouTube making videos about Umar, I thought he was crazy and obsessed. And the last couple of months, I still think he obsessed, but he's not crazy though. He does a lot of research, and this is all public stuff. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can find it. But he says that he had a video where he found Umar. Basically, he's in some kind of child support situation with a third woman. So that's how he's saying he got a third child out there. And Umar has never said that yet, but I wouldn't put it past him. That he has a third one. He's probably too embarrassed to say. I know he's too embarrassed to say it because now he would have to explain like, how do you have a third baby out there, Umar? Like that means you got a third woman. That means that's a whole other. So you are literally out here creating single families with single black moms with children with no father in the house, and you up here preaching at the top of the Empire State Building, beating your chest that you the best black man in American history. I mean, you should have heard what he said about Frederick Douglass. He said that Frederick Douglass would be the unequivocal best black man in American history if he wouldn't have married a white woman before he died. And I said, dude, I don't care if Frederick Douglass married 1,000 white women. Okay, this dude is one of the reasons that our black asses in America can walk around free. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes.
Like, so he was, yeah, Frederick Douglass was married to a black woman for his whole life. She the one that wrote his fake slave papers so he could run away. She died. They were married for 50 years. She died. They had it was a white woman who was a part of the team or whatever, who was a caregiver. And she asked the white woman to take care of Frederick because he was old as hell. And Frederick ended up marrying the white lady. He died like 5 or 6 years later. He was old. That's what happened. And Umar says that because of that, he ain't the best ever, but he close. I'm like, well,
Right.
what the fuck do that make you then, Mr. Three
He
baby
probably
moms?
thinks
You
he's
know what I'm saying?
better.
What you talking about?
I bet he thinks he's better. I really do.
Oh yeah, you know, man. You know what? Umar, he talked junk about all these celebrities, right? He got his thing to say about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I said one day, you know what? I wish I could test that. Umar, you know Jay-Z better than you, right? That's right. Drug dealing, old school pimping Jay-Z. You know why? Because Jay-Z married Beyonce. And then after he got married, he had 3 kids with her. Jay-Z got 3 children, all with one woman who he married. That means he's beating you on every level when it
Right.
comes to being a real father.
Exactly. Henry Mars says, 3 baby mamas. How many has he got in Africa? He might, yeah, you know something? He might have, for all we know, he has like six women with 6 kids or something like that, or at 10 kids. He might be doing a Cam Newton for all we know. Because, in Africa, I mean, how are we going to know here? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you do know that he wants more than one wife, right?
Yeah, he wanted 2 at a time.
Yeah, he publicly stated that he's going to have at least 2 wives. 2 wives. And he said they're not going to live together either.
Yeah, that just shows you he has a more of a Pookie mentality than anything.
Yeah, he don't even want a community. He want to have 2, 3 wives living in 2, 3 different homes so he can go house to house knocking boots. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His little Umar will keep the work, as they say.
Yeah, he's literally cultivating the same the same pattern of behavior that put us in this big hole as we are now. Why Seeker Knowledge says, Umar, all college educated and supposedly DNA linked to civil rights heroes, proving no matter where ninjas come from, they are are negligent pappies, irresponsible, and don't care once the seed leaves the shaft. Bars. Bars.
I won't pull up the receipts on that today. I've done that in the last live stream. Okay, so let's get right on into it. This is a video from March 6th of 2025. And there's actually 3 videos in total. I'm only going to show clips from the first one. And then I'm going to come back later on this evening and I'll get through the other 2. I've edited out any others segments inside the video where his daughter is not speaking specifically about Umar. I've only taken, there's 3 clips I've taken from one video where she specifically talks about the domestic violence allegations. I'm going to go through those other 2 videos before tonight's live stream, this evening's live stream, and I'll pull clips from those 2, and then we're going to watch them all for this evening. So I hope everyone come back a little bit later on. If you didn't get the chance to watch the video from yesterday, please take the time when you have some time, because we're trying to keep up with all of this Umar Johnson, with this Umar Johnson saga. It's reached an all-time low for sure. Okay, let's pull this up. Here we go.
And let me pause right there, because Angela brought up a good thing. She says, my friend in Arizona is a visit monitor for court-ordered supervised visits. Dang. So she said the parent pays for the supervision monitor fees. Their visits can be at home, restaurants, arcades, etc.
This man tried to say, text me Me, you, and your mom can meet for dinner. You used to beat the shit out my mom, though.
Damn.
You used to beat the shit out my mom. Why the fuck would she want to deal with you? You need to be in fucking jail. But you on the internet trying to tell other black people how to lead. Aren't you building a school in Wilmington? So you doing all this for all these other black kids, but not doing nothing for your two daughters. And I tried to reach out to you and you ignored me.
That's $3, ma'am. But let's keep it going.
How that work? And you a fucking woman abuser. You need to be in fucking jail. You wanted a kid so bad. You wanted to get my mom pregnant so bad. But when my mom had me, you left the hospital. You're not even on my birth certificate. You're not even on my birth certificate. You got on Instagram.
I don't know about you, but she seems to have the same delivery he does. I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing, but it's like she sounds like a more logical, female version of him.
Yeah, she does.
It said, bring your Smurf mom.
I've seen a few of her videos. And she, a matter of fact, Cynthia G interviewed her. And it was weird because I don't really agree with a lot of things Cynthia G says. I agree with probably about half of it, but a lot of it I don't. But we definitely agree on the Umar situation. So his daughter's very animated. She says curse words. She flies off the rails. Like somebody earlier said it too in this chat. Like she got the same energy as Umar. She made a mistake though. She went on Tommy Sotomayor's show and did an interview with him, and that was terrible because he just tore her up, and she didn't deserve all of that. But he's a sick man though, Tommy. Like he hates himself. He hates black women. He hates black people. So he got serious issues. Worse than Umar actually. Because at least Umar don't mind, don't hate black people. I mean, this dude, Tommy, it was disgusting. But yeah, she don't back down though. She come with, but she young though. She young. She from Philly, and she ain't had a father in her life.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad she made it this far because it's tough in Philly. Here we go.
Yeah.
Get the Smurf daughter. Do you hear how you talking? Then in your caption, you gonna say somebody come get this little girl, but this little girl is your biological daughter that you didn't take care of for 22 years. Then you keep talking about child support. You think I give a fuck about child support, bitch? You was never in my life. I don't give a fuck about child support. I'm not getting that money my mom is, and I'm no longer a minor. I'm not 18 years old. I'm not getting that money. You not in my life though, that's the point. But you on social media talking about black kings and black women, you a fucking hypocrite, you a fraud. And when the Shade Room, when Neighborhood Watch, when On Site, when all of them.
Let me tell you, when people call you a fraud, especially if just once in a while, I mean, it's not a big, it's not a gigantic deal, big deal, whatever you want to call it, right? But when your own blood calls you a fraud, that's a problem. You really pissed them off for them to say that. And she's got a good point because his point was he is trying to, Dr. Umar is supposed to be the man who's going to be he's the sign of building the community, healing the community, making the community better, while really, quite honestly, if you look at his stats and strictly by his stats, it's the opposite. It's the complete opposite. So that would make him a fraud. If he's pretending to be somebody who is supposed to be building the community and not making single family homes, then he has no reason doing it. He reminds me a lot of No Fugazi, who, talked all that smack about women and then ends up being with the very woman that he talks smack about, but he uses her skin color as an exception of why it's okay for him to be with a woman with those statistics he said were so, talked so disparagingly about. These dudes will make your head spin, I swear.
I'm out your ass, I'm gonna be in a corner laughing the fuck up at you. I'm gonna be in a corner laughing. I don't have no sympathy for you. You only reached out to me because your ass got outed because you tried to ignore me. Bash him.
And we can't say anything mean about her coming out because she's in her 20s, right? I mean,
yeah, 22.
22. It's not like as soon as she turned 18, she jumped on him. You see what I'm saying? It's not like she turned 18. You're a bad dad. You're a bad dad. You're a bad dad. No, she was quite patient. Social media's been around for 10 years. That would have been like she could have been taking shots when she was 12. She was very patient.
Oh,
and there's nothing you can say. He proved her correct.
But not only was she patient, but she tried to contact him multiple times before she hit the internet. So it's not
Right.
like she just woke up one day and jumped online and started making videos about him. She tried to keep it private and cordial
Dang.
and hit him up directly. He would not respond to her. So the
Wow.
only way so at that point she said, okay, he won't respond to me. He won't respond to my mom because him and the mom got issues. So how can I get him to notice me? Just so because all she wants to know is who her little sister was. She wasn't trying to do nothing with Umar,
Right.
and he wouldn't respond. So she went online, made the video, and went viral. Next thing you know, he talking about let's meet up on Thursday. So it's it's a joke, man. And he up here telling people that they need to stay out of his business and not worry about what he got going on and that everybody being thirsty. It's like, dude, you comment on everybody in the world. As soon as a celebrity or somebody getting the news, you coming with your 2 cents. Why are you any different? Like I heard him say before that nobody can critique him. This is before the daughter situation. Umar once said that nobody can critique him because they're not at his level because he done saved thousands of black boys from prison. I'm like, dude, first off, you can't even prove that you've done that.
Right.
One, like, so these, and two, your situation is a catch-22 because you a school psychologist. So even if you did save these boys in prison, it's y'all can't talk about it publicly unless the boys decide to talk about it, but they not. So it's a quite convenient that you can just inflate these numbers to thousands of boys. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably say you could have saved 50 boys. Now you're gonna say it's 500,000 boys you done saved.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so no, you can't run with that. Who you think you is, Superman? Like, get your ass out of here and go take care of your kids.
Well, that's that he ain't gonna do that. Jackie Gaines brings up a good point. She first says Umar did this to himself. He sure did. And then the thumbnail should say Umar lies instead of Umar flies. Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't care. It ain't hurting me. Shit, bash him. Please, I don't give a fuck. Where my lighter at? Bash him. Then you got people calling me clout chaser. How the fuck you supposed to be my friend when you calling me a fucking clout chaser? Keep that same fucking
Exactly. That I think the same way.
energy. Keep that same energy, bro. I'ma always remember how do I put this? I'ma always remember the people who tried to put me down when I was already down. It's thousands of people on the internet coming at my neck trying to claim that I'm lying, trying to claim that I'm trying to I'm trying to clout chase, and you over here calling me a fucking clout chaser? Okay. Let me be a clout chaser.
Let me break something down to everybody. Your children can never be clout chasing. The fact that anyone would bring that up is that is an all-time low to me, because you should be happy if your kids are clout chasing off of you. I don't, it just shows the lack of empathy and feeling he has for his child. Because, if it's just not cool. Most parents are proud when their children bring them up in conversation.
Yeah.
They really do. And this is not just in our community. This is every community. My dad's a doctor. My dad, is an engineer, this and that. Parents love that. And here's King Kong consciousness.
Yeah.
Literally, it should be King Kong unconsciousness.
You want your children, you're supposed to want your children to be successful. So if they want to, if you can do anything to help them out, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you? And and be proud of it, because you never should feel ashamed of that. Like the only thing I see with Umar, now I've seen jealousy before. I've seen people, it's rare, but I've seen parents be jealous of their kid, like father jealous of their son or mother jealous of their daughter, for any situation, but especially this situation. I think when Umar saw that his actual daughter that he can't run from, because like she said, they got a DNA test, because Umar made her take a DNA test when she was first born. That's how he knows this is his daughter for real. And she knows it too. Yeah, she knows it. So she knows that Umar is her dad for real. So it ain't no questioning that. So he can't run from it at all. That's why he attacked at first. He clout chasing, she this. That was just his initial off the knee jerk reaction, right? And then he came back the next day calling her princess and saying, "I love my daughter. We gonna be okay." I'm like, dude, you don't know how to react to this. Like you don't, and you shouldn't even be in this situation. This is your daughter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
and anybody who was defending him, I'm looking at the people in the comments defending this dude. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all defend. If Umar gets caught raping somebody, they'll find a way to defend it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I don't understand that. Like, are y'all not thirsty for this dude? I mean, but I guess yeah, if he gonna be delusional, his followers might as well be delusional too. And they probably upping their donations every week, just like he asking for.
Let's play a little bit more. Here we go.
Let me be a clout chaser then. I'm a clout chaser because I'm trying to find who the fuck my dad is. So now I'm a clout chaser. You right. But it's people, it's men, black men on the internet calling me bitches and calling me all types of names. And where are you at? Trying to defend you. You trying to keep your reputation. Forget the reputation. What about the truth? Let me tell you something.
Right.
You can't bash nobody. I'm not talking to that man. He called me out my name, so fuck him. You're not bashing nobody by telling the truth. It's the truth. How am I bashing you if I'm telling the truth? Yeah, he did me his match. I'm his oldest daughter. Yeah, he did me his fucking match. Y'all say he intelligent. I'm intelligent too.
She is.
He's a clown angel. He's a big clown. And I want Shade Room to post this. I sent Shade Room the video, and I emailed it to him. So now the whole world gonna know you a fraud. From what I know, Dr. Umar has 2 daughters, me and his other daughter. I just found my sister, y'all. What other daughter or kid do he have? I just met his other daughter. His mom got in contact with me.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It worked. So basically, good for her. Good for her. So it's a shame she had to go through everything she did to meet her sister, but she met her goal. You see what I'm saying? And I'm happy for her. I really am.
Oh
I
yeah,
really,
and yeah, imagine the war stories that her and her sister and her baby mom and her mom and her sister's mom are all sharing with each other, dealing with this guy. The real stuff, not the
right,
internet stuff, not the lies. What they all really been through. You know, like it's just fueling the situation. And now people are inviting this girl on the show, on their shows, because they want to know more, and he gonna have to, he gonna have to deal with it. I mean, hopefully, Umar get behind this. He go ahead and meet with his daughters. This is terrible that they don't know who each other are. I mean, my my father personally, like I said, he had 9 children with 6 different women, and spread out from the oldest is 44, the youngest is 22. So you can imagine what it was like, when we were all younger. It was
right.
some of the mothers didn't want us to see each other, jealousy, whatever. My dad was up here sneaking us to see each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like telling one mom, like, yeah, I'm just taking the kids to the park. Oh, I'm just taking them to Chuck E. Cheese. And then like, oh no, now the siblings ain't gonna be there. Sneaking us to get together. He wanted us to know each other. And we all have a good relationship and we all grown. So we was glad that he made that happen. Because what happened with him and our parents happened. It wasn't great, but hey, he didn't take that and say, I'm gonna use this against my kids. Umar is up here in a situation where you got 2 daughters, dog, living in the same city, and they don't even know who each other are. Like, you
Right.
can't get them together. Y'all can't meet at your mom's house or something. Like, you know what I mean? This looks, but then you want to go and lecture people, on how to take care of their kids. Someone some pay me $50 an hour, and Umar sit down and have a social counseling meeting with 2 of your family.
Man.
This is crazy.
Let me read this message right here. Angela says, at this point, he is just a sperm donor. He declined every opportunity to do the right thing and bond with his daughter. I think we might need to make that plural, probably daughters. Jackie breaks it down like this. She says, what makes this sad? What makes us all sad is he doesn't even feel bad for this behavior he's portraying right now. That's shaking my head. He continues to deflect. Bars, bars. Anyway, Deontay, let's probably call it a night here. What are your thoughts? What do you think should happen next with Dr. Umar, as far as getting together with his daughters, or what do you think we might have missed or not said in this show so far?
I think he pretty much hit on everything. I think the biggest thing is left with Umar is that he needs to focus on that school now. Like, that's the only thing that matters at this point. It's just that, because I mean everything else, it doesn't matter. Everybody keeps coming back to that. Every time he does the radio show, does an interview, makes a video, all everybody want to know is what's going on with the school. I mean, people have donated to this bad boy, and it's just not happening. He walking around the school, the roof is the ceiling is falling out, the gym is messed up. He hasn't changed anything in 5 years.
Right.
So nobody's going to take anything he says serious until he gets that thing moving. Once he gets that moving, Come on, because even if he fixes everything with his daughters and everything, that's great. But that's really a private matter. He need to get that school together, or nobody's ever going to hold him believe anything he's ever done going to do again.
Very well said. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Let me kick the beat and get some shout outs going on. Everybody give Deontay a huge hand of applause for being up on the panel and his historic intelligence about Dr. Umar was exceptional. And yeah, I didn't know about the third. I didn't know about the third daughter, and I didn't know, some of the other stuff. So thank you very much for that help. Everybody, here we go. I'm gonna hit the beat. We go with the shout outs. Why is Seeking Knowledge? Miss Alto, thank you so much for your help. Jackie James, Angela Reddick in the house.
I cannot say what's wrong or right. No. It's not hard to fool me.
Henry Mars.
'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah. Lead the way.
Indiana Mom.
No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all.
Cyber Dreams.
To the edge of it all. So tell your good life.
Char Willie.